Okay, we're going to do the next section. Hopefully this will be a little bit funner, or more fun than the last one that we just did, since funner is not a word. Wouldn't want someone to correct me for improper English. So when we have completed this session, you should be able to do the following. Explain the relationship between the human vision and light. Identify how the human eye operates. Identify the characteristics of light. Identify and install lamps and ballast. Identify and install lamps. Didn't realize you guys were going to be opticians today, did you? Little doctory. Okay, the human vision. Appropriate lighting is essential for safety and also helps to improve efficiency and reduce eye strain. The structure of the human eye is similar to a camera. Like a camera, it responds best to well-lit, high-contrast lighting conditions. If you wear glasses, like I do at times, I have contacts, I will tell you that the more light you have, the easier it is for things to read when you don't have your glasses. So, obviously, you can see the optical nerve, vitreous humor, the retina, the lens, the cornea, and the iris, which I'm sure you guys have learned that years ago about the human eye. Okay, the visual angle. Greater angle or smaller angle. When the object is smaller, the angle from the eye to the object is also smaller. Viewing from approximately 50 feet, you see a 30 feet. At 50 feet, you can see a 30-foot vision. And then viewing approximately at 100 feet at a 15 degree, when the object is placed farther away, the angle from the eye to the object becomes smaller. It allows you to focus on that. So if you look on this, it's a 12-foot object. When the object is smaller, the angle from the eye to the object is also smaller. So it's where you're focusing on. Okay. Indirect light is direct light from the sun or another source. When light strikes an object, it can be absorbed, refracted, or reflected. Absorbed light is dissipated as heat. Reflected light bounces back at a 90-degree angle. Retracted light bounces off in a different direction. So, reflected rays, retracted rays, direct, indirect rays. So, kind of like when you do, if you take something white out in the sun and you look at it, the light reflects right back at you and it's hard to look at. Same concept. The light is actually bouncing off the object. So, if you took something darker out, you don't have that because it actually absorbs it. So it goes through it if you understand on how light works. Just bear with me a minute. I'm going to Alexa, shut off art light. There it is, getting a glare on the screen from one of the lights. All right. Percentage of light reflected by common surfaces. Color of walls, ceilings, and floors, and their degree of reflection are major considerations in the design and effective lighting system. So if you look on your thing, so a white plaster is 90 to 82% light is reflected. Mirrored glass, 80 to 90. So white paint, 75 to 80. Metallized plastic, 75 to 85. Polished aluminum, 75 to 80. Stainless steel, 55 to 65. Limestone, 35 to 65. Marble, white, 45%. Concrete, 40%. Dark red glazed bricks, 30%. So, what you think is kind of, if you look at that, I'm sorry about the phone, white plaster is the most reflective than any other obstacle. I mean, mirrored glass is pretty reflective and right next to it, but there's a 2% which you'll never notice. But it's just ironic that white plaster is more reflective than a mirrored glass. So a lot on the mirrors depends if it's a smoked mirror, if there's color in the glass. Obviously, I don't know if everybody knows what a smoked mirror is. It means where the glass color is kind of like there's a black tint to it, kind of like how your windows are tinted. Light forms a radiant energy. Light is a form of radiant energy. Visible lights exist in fairly narrow range of wavelengths, with each wavelength representing a different color. White light is made up of all the wavelengths that create a different color. When the white light is reflected through a prism, it splits the colors of the rainbow. All objects absorb light in different wavelengths and in different portions. So infrared, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. So there's how you get your rainbow through the sun. Okay, identify installing lamps and ballast. Obviously, I'm sure you guys all know how to install a lamp. 4 common categories of lamp include incandescent, which is the old style, LED, which is the fairly new style that's coming out, light emitting diode, fluorescent, and high intense discharge, HID. Those are your gas lights. So are fluorescents, just so you know.